Hello, all my friends. I know I'm really late at this, but I wanted to go ahead and do the share the love hashtag from February from Erica Colors. Um, Hopefully it won't be that long. Hopefully like 30 minutes less. I'm gonna try and keep it that way anyways. So we will get started here. So the first question is share a finished page you love. Tell us what you love about it. So I have three that, well, I guess four really. So I just did this one. So you're getting a sneak peek. Well, you've already seen it on Instagram, maybe. But I did this for our February Carla Magana glam coloring page in our group and hashtag. And we're just calling it the Valentine's Boudoir. I don't know if there's an actual name for this page or not, but I had fun doing this one. It was easy to do. I didn't use any pencil. It was all alcohol markers and gel pen. It just came together pretty easy. I did completely mess up on her face and then had to remove alcohol marker, which it was gray, so it wasn't too bad to remove. The other thing I did that is different than what you would normally do is for her hair, I put the darker color on the top of each curl or each area where you would think that the most highlight would be. And I did that because of a style aesthetic. So you know how like kind of like beach bum girls maybe, I don't even know. Like you see girls with their hair dyed that they have like darker hair at the roots and it's like wound into their hair, down out through their hair. But usually at those bigger curls is where you see the darker spots and it sort of just makes their hairstyle, right? So I thought, well, I'll do it backwards than what we would normally do based on light and just do it as the color aesthetic. So that's why I did the darker color on the hair on the outer edges, which I like the way it turned out. I really like it a lot. And these are, of course, my favorite colors, so, and I had fun just like putting the little white dots. Like, I feel like the white lines make it a little more fun, and the white dots make it a little more whimsical. So I had fun doing that. Anyways, that's the Carla Magana page that we did for February in our Carla Magana glam coloring in Glam Noir. Then in this one, I think I did in January, in the Dimensions by Francois Gautier. I did this page, and I have plastic on them. I can take it off if I let's see. This one has a lot of like glitter and stuff on it, so let's see. It's probably stuck. There we go. So I don't know how much you're all gonna be able to see the glitter, and maybe a little bit, maybe a little, yeah. But like her eyes have dimension on them. The honey has dimension on it, and gloss, high gloss. All the wings have glitter and high gloss. All the eyes have dimension on them. And the rest was just alcohol marker. So that was fun. I'm really starting to get the hang of the alcohol markers. I know they're not as easy for me as as just sitting down to color because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I need to get everything I want to do for the page. I want to be able to do it in the alcohol marker first. I know a lot of people just base with alcohol marker and then they color in with pencil later. And sometimes I don't want to do that. I feel like I spend so much time picking the colors for the alcohol marker that I want to just finish the coloring with the alcohol marker. And you can see over here I spilled some gloss or something. But, so yeah. I had fun with that one. And bees. Queen Bee. She's my favorite. And then in Cosmic Spirit, there's two that I really like that. So I did a color along. This is Cosmic Spirit by Fabiana Attanasio. And I did a color along with Shell from Shell's Coloring Journey. I started it way back in September, August, maybe. I don't know. But I finished it I'm not, a few months ago. Not, or a couple, like 3 months ago, maybe. But I really like the way it turned out. I did most of the stuff I did like following along with Shell, and then the wolf and the wheat, her hair, and some of her skin, I did myself. And actually, the shape of how I colored in the leaves was kind of me too. Like I left more white showing than Shell originally did. So, but I really enjoyed this page. I like how it turned out, and I'm happy that this was the first page that I got to do. The Empress. Then, just this month, which you're going to get another sneak peek, I did the Lovers page. And I used this number 196 color cube. And I really focused on trying to show the light. And I made the light green, which I made it yellow and green. So like I put like underlay of yellow, and then I did more yellow on top too to try and make it both. But the clock compass, I guess it's not a clock, it's a compass, is metallic watercolor. And across here, the Lovers, that's metallic watercolor. I put metallic watercolor on the what are these things called? Jellyfish. Put metallic watercolor on the jellyfish and on the light bulbs or the lights. I did this as if they're still underwater, even though, obviously they're not breathing somehow or something. So this is still the sea turtle. I had a lot of fun doing this page, trying to keep these colors. I did add pink in to the colors, because I felt like I needed a little more color here with her. And then I tried to make at least this one down here, my jellyfish transparent. So I drew the rest of the seaweed through there so that you could see that it was transparent and you can just see the seaweed through. Let's see, what else? I think that's it. I mean, I really like using watercolor on my pages. Watercolor is my first art love is acrylic, just because, it was easy in there at a time whenever I was learning. But watercolor is my true art love. And then coloring is my, overarching art love, which I think like I can do all of the above with. And I like to draw. I like to do all the art stuff. Quilting, fabric arts, coloring. So mixed media to me is awesome. So whenever I get to use stuff extra on a page, that makes me happy. Although I'm not very good at it yet. I tend to get stuck on the pages and not want to do more than what I already have. Like if I'm working with pencil, I kind of get stuck on pencil until I'm done completely with pencil. I like can't see through it. I'm so like pouring glitter all over. I haven't got there yet. I have glitter to do it, but I haven't actually done it yet. But share an uncolored page you love. So this book, I love this whole book. Pop Manga Flights of Fancy. I love all of her books, but this one in particular, love it. I love all her little bumblebees and all her birds. Camilla Derrico. Um, I love penguins, so of course I wanted to do that page, and I didn't get to it yet, but my birthday is this month, and so this month is the month of Juliet and whatever pages she wants to do. What happens, I feel like a lot of times, is I end up like I love that page. um and that one, I what happens is I end up focusing on hashtags for everybody else, and I spend so much time getting all my hashtags together and everything and figuring out what I could color and then not feeling motivated by the time I get around to actually coloring the pages. This looks like me. This is what I looked like when I was little. I didn't have owls in my hair, but I was four eyes for sure. I had bees in my hair. We'll get to that in a second. But I love this book. I love all of her artwork. I buy all of her art books. I buy her art. I buy her stickers. I buy like everything I can. I buy it. Like this reminds me of me because I remember Bees and I did not have a good relationship when I was younger. My nickname is Buzz, which I'm sure I've said many times before, because I talked a lot. My dad used to call me Buzz because all he heard was all the time, I guess. But so I just remember I walked up on a bee's nest at my house growing up and ended up with like bees in my hair. So, and then every time from then on, I would be scared to death of the bees because, you know. And then I love this page too. This was another one I wanted to color over the winter, which it's still technically a winter here until the end of the month. So I might still get to do it. I like this one with the little flowers. And this one, So I Married an Axe Murderer. I love that one. And then, let's see. There's another one in here that's... I started marking them because I was like, oh, it'll be easier if I mark them. But then I was like marking every page and it was just getting too much. And I'm sorry, I have to keep an eye on my phone. I have some um, friends stopping by to pick up their puppers in a little bit. Mrs. Queen Bee. This is me. With that face. Like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna die. That was what I felt like. I love this one. There's another one where the bees are like, there's one with the bee that's got a lightsaber. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So I might do that. I might do a lot of this book this month. We'll see. Because I keep getting like cold feet when I go to do it. So I need to just do it. I love this. Poking her in the eye. With her, not with her stinger, just with her legs. And the Helmet Girls. Oh. And let's see. I like that one with the cute butterflies. I'm not a huge butterfly person, but these ones I like. They look like fans, you know, like pretty lace fans. And I love bee and Cupid bee. Should have done that one for Valentine's Day in February. Maybe I'll still do it. We'll see. Anyways, there's Flights of Fancy by Camilla D'Errico. Then another couple books that I like. These are Rowan is the illustrator. I got this one a long time ago, and I didn't get this one because I didn't think I would like it as much. I saw the front of this one and I'm just like, yep, I'm gonna get it. And then this one, I didn't see it until Christina did a flip through. Actually, I don't remember if she did a flip through or not, if I just saw the color along that she did. Where she was doing, was it this page? No, it's, I know, I gotta find it. Well, I love this page here with the girl walking up. And I love this one where it's like this fairy tale outside the door. It's what I call it. The lily pads and the kittens. And then I marked this one because this is what my life has been for years, because I have been a student in some fashion since 2000. There were, I think, 5 years in there maybe where I was not a student. And so, like, this was me all the time. Trying not to sleep while they're supposed to be studying. This is the one she did as the color along, which I'm gonna do the color along on Christina's art corner with that one. And this book is actually called A Girl's Life, I think. This one doesn't have it set. It doesn't say it on the front. But if you want to find her on Instagram, Rowan, it's and then you'll be able to find her. She has puzzles. She's got some merch kind of stuff on different websites. And then this is her cat and girl coloring book. And I love, love, love this page here. So I'm going to color this one. I love any page where they're doing art. Any kind of art. I love pages where they're hiking. I love pages where they're just sitting. Like, I I love all of them so much. Like where's the one where they're eating the pizza? Let's see if I can find it. There, she's in the tub and the kittens are playing with the bubbles. Cats laying around. Laundromat. There's the one from the front cover, which I also would like to do. There's the pizza one with the kittens outside the window. Look at those cute little toe bean paws. Just, I love it. So definitely this is another one I want to color in. And actually, I didn't show you um the other page in here that I like. There's a page where it's like there this one here is all the electronics. This is another one where I feel like this was my life for so long because I worked on computers for so long. I love this where they're reading all the books and it's just their imagination. Look, it's fruit cut like a cat and the dog. Pandas. Bears. Like, it's just funny. Like, I don't, these ones are like they're alive or something. Is this big jackfruit? Is that what he's supposed to be? A big jackfruit panda? This page I like as well. So cool. It's like a Terminator page. There's another version of that same kind of page. And wait, was it this one? Her muse. This one. Her muse. I need a muse. I need a coloring muse to keep me awake. But anyways, I love both of those books. They're fabulous. I also love Yusiku in The Life of Witches. So she's got 6 books and 2 compilation books. This one is a compilation book, Life of Witches, and it has witches, 2 witches, and witches around in it. And then there's a Lonely Pumpkin compilation book, and then the 3 Lonely Pumpkin books, which I'm not sure what they all are. I don't have those ones yet. I really want to get him, but then I keep thinking he's lonely, and I have enough of that in my life right now, so I just figured I was gonna wait. But I love her artwork, and she actually pages like where is it on here, like this. She sells these for $1 to whatever on Etsy for practicing. Not this particular page, but other ones. And holidays, she'll give them away too, to practice together. And then she'll do a color along. Like she'll color a piece and then send it to you, and then you can figure out how she did it. It's pretty cool. It's fun. Um, and then I also use the front cover or whichever one she has colored. Like she's colored this front cover, and she colored the front cover of the other one, couple of Witches Around and 2 Witches. The Witches one is black, unless she has a new cover for it. She may, but they're seasonal though, so you can kind of go through the seasons in the book. Like there's a birthday. It's actually a Halloween cake, but I call it a birthday cake because it could be my birthday from my birthday tag friends. So I want to do some pages in here and um a pictured purpose. She does an amazing job with colors that I love on these pages, and I would just love to be able to do a color along and follow her along and see if I can make it look like her artwork, like her coloring. And and Anya Netmetz, Netmetz, Nemetz. I think it's Anya Nemetz. She she always makes these girls look like realistic. Like I don't know how she does it, but I look at them and I'm like that could be a photograph. So I want to try that as well and see how I do in my month of Juliet. Okay. Then let me show you. Oh, I guess I'll show you this one in the next. What's okay? Share a book you love. What draws you to that book? Well, I showed you those. Share a background you love. What was it in the process of creating it and the end result you love? Okay, so I have these two backgrounds. This one is not done yet, but I started it a while ago and I haven't gotten a chance to get back to it yet. But this month I'm gonna um I was doing a hardwood floor and then a chair rail and then wallpaper. So that's my plan for this. And I'm actually doing a tutorial on how I do it if I can find the rest of the video because I'm pretty sure, well, I can just do it over again, this piece, because I'm pretty sure that the month that my computer crapped out on me was whenever I was doing this. So that was one reason why I never got back to it, is because I had to stop and figure out where my files all went. But my plan is to get back to this. But this is Erie's world literature, and we're doing a group coloring color along with this book where we just go page by page. So that's my first page where we introduce me, which her name is usually Manon, but I found the Japanese for Juliet and wrote that there. And then the next page to color is the ball, the Rococo ball in Marseille, or the Marie Antoinette time frame. Because this is traveling through time and, I guess, history and places. So I'm excited to color this one and actually get some more coloring done. What happens is, I get stuck on all these other hashtags and then I don't color these books that I've started. Then another one that I really like, let me turn this sleep thing off. Here you go, Sunny. Can I walk around you? Can I walk around you? There you go, bud. Okay. Back to what we were doing. We're looking at backgrounds now, right? Okay. All right. Backgrounds. So, in this book, Nelko Neko's Story of Precious Cats. I'm not done yet, but I'm using this. See it a little bit, a little bit. I know my pages are all, but we're doing this as a group buddy color, and I gotta get it done by the 15th. Or I don't have to, but if I want to have it done with everybody else, then yeah, I want to get it done. This is the color card I'm using, 290, but I wanted to add in some red and a few more blues. Since there's going to be so much blue here, I wanted to differentiate from ocean blue, sky blue, and my little pirate blues, which I need to. I was just starting to add some more darkening in here, and I was also working on my base coat of everything. So on these pages, I've been using Faber-Castell Albrecht Dürer watercolor pencils, and I realized, and I use those for my Cosmic Spirit Empress page as well, but I realized I've been using them wrong. So what I was doing was I was coloring, like, look at the boat. I colored the boat with multiple different colors of pencil, did all the grain work, did everything, and then I was putting the water on, and it just sort of like wipes your detail away. So, like, obviously I'm doing something wrong, right? Because I did that, and then all my detail on all my chests and everything goes away. So what I realized is you don't color with watercolor pencils. You scribble wherever you want it. Scribble, scribble, scribble. Don't fill it in. Just scribble wherever. And then use your water and move it around. It thins out and makes these layer patches, or you can get them dark, however dark you want. And then you can keep doing layers, which actually the boots in his pants are actually Graphitint Cocoa, I believe. But I have to go back and do my detail coloring with. I can do it with my Albrecht Dürer watercolor pencils, as long as I don't want to use water again. But if I do that and I don't spray my pages to be finished, and they get wet or damp, it'll make all of it run. So I definitely need to spray that Empress page. And then on top of that, I'll definitely need to spray this one. But from now on, I'm going to use my Polychromos pencils instead of my watercolor pencils on top. Because otherwise, my pages could be damaged very easily if I don't. Excuse me. I'm sorry. If I don't spray them or make sure all of the color is pushed out. Like, because you can see here, like, you can tell that it's colored here, but it's not, it hasn't been activated yet. And here, I activated it, but I did not do it to the extent this needs for this not to run. Because I was like, oh no, it's washing all away, and I stopped. But the more I went, I was like, okay, I'm doing this wrong. I just need to scribble it to get the color that I want, and then I can keep layering in colors, using more water however I need. But that is the Pirate Kitty page for Neko, Story of Precious Cats. So I guess the reason why I liked it is because I learned something. Okay, so now the next question is, share what type of pages you love to color. So I like to color portraits. So lately, like I did that one, and I consider the cartoony ones portraits as well. I did this. I really liked how she turned out with. I used a lot of metallic watercolor and metallic marker on her for Valentine's Day. And then this was the birthday girl for Amy Ward art for her birthday in January by Lana Green. This one was Daria Kakersoy. And then I need to this she was my first attempt at alcohol marker skin. Did not do great. Then I like this one. This was an Emendine Jung. I call it Mirror on the Wall, but it's a page out of um, Snow White, her Snow White coloring book. And then most of these other ones are just Matchstick Mouse and oh, I forgot. This is Mariola Budek or Budek. Uh, what was this one called? Cute, cute beast. I think is what the name of this page was. I did this one as a buddy. I do a lot of my portrait pages as buddies with Tally, and I learn a lot by doing that because I look at hers and I look at mine and I'm like, wow, like what did we do different that hers looks different in this way? And I noticed for hers, like she left definite areas white in the hair, like she didn't color it all. And then she had really defined highlights in the hair where I colored all mine in. So it's always a learning process. Definitely when I color with Tally, because she does so many different cool things that I learn from. This one I was trying to do depth, like the depth of the different flowers. I don't know that I really succeeded very well with this one just because of the thickness of the lines. This was a Dunya Bookshelf. It was a free page that she gave out for a contest or something. I can't remember. Um, and then let's see. This one was fun too. This was just a doodly thing, a page that Majda Vandenberg gave me with an order of her coloring books. And I just had fun doing it one night. And this is watercolor in here, but these are all gel pens. And I just picked gel pens out. I didn't have any rhyme or reason, just picking them. So, and then this one here was a page I did with Candace from Happy Catastrophe and Julianne from Julianne Annette Art for October, where we it was the Annie Day Autumn Vibes page. And I do have to say I did a tutorial from Rod Hog. Rod Hagar art, I think it is. Um, and then figured out how to do this background, the sky. But this was the first attempt at alcohol markers that I did that was on a page that wasn't in a coloring book. But I was still having trouble. I had all sorts of trouble because I spilled I spilled my white Posca all over the place, and I bled out the the alcohol marker too much, and it was just a whole thing. But she came out looking pretty good. But this was alcohol marker with pencil over top, plus acrylic markers and metallic markers, of course, because you can't do anything without the metallic markers. And then let's see. And then this page, let me see. There's a few more that I was going to show you. And Crystal Kingdom by Veronica Kalinska. This one here, I love this page. I feel like a lot of pages that depict some sort of spiritual scene, regardless of religion, I feel like, just regardless, or a historical scene, then I tend to like those more. Or pages that have some sort of animals and people in them. Generally, I like them. I like any bee page. I like these crystal pages because I'm gonna get a chance to really learn how to color crystals by the end of this book. Look at that. Look at all those. It's crazy. But it's gonna be fun. And space, the pyramids in space with a whale. Like there's I guess tarot cards. I just mythographics in general. Did you guys see that? I'm sorry, I pulled it too far back. Where'd she go? There she is. There's a space whale. All the clocks and windows and more space. Looks like Atlantis, doesn't it? On a snowflake from Stargate Atlantis. You could color that page to look like Stargate Atlantis. And then Fabiana Attanasio. I love all of her artwork, especially her fairy tale books. I love them. I have a few of them. Not all of them. I would love to get all of them, but I do not have all of them by any stretch. And then this is Wildflower Folk by Christine Karen. And this page we did, it was a buddy with, this is kind of a project book with Callie. We did this one together. I need to put a cover on. Do I need to put a cover on it? Yes, I do, because I did not. Okay, but we did that in December, and then I think that's the only one I have done in here. I have a couple of the other illustrations done in here, but I have one done in this book. It's in that same book as well. These are Christine Karen. This one's through characters through worlds and times. I like coloring grayscale. I did this with watercolor and pencils. And like, this one I think is line art. But mermaids, I'll just like to color. I like that one. I like her Benny Blue character. Cute, huh? That's me in Pennsylvania. Look at that face. That reminds me of my nephew when he was little. I swear he used to make that face at me. I have some of these marked because I was going to do them over Christmas, and I did not get to it. Of course I didn't. But I love all her grayscale. And she's got plenty of books. Plenty of different. And then here's some other ones that I like. This is Neko's other book with girls and cats. So it's like her same kind of cat illustrations, but then she's also got girls in this one, which I like because I like both. I think that's cute. The kitty on her shoulder, in her pocket. That's pretty with the bowl. This is a Japanese coloring book. And this must start into Virgo, like yeah, maybe astrology signs, because horns maybe. Yep, yep. Maybe not all of them, but I mean, I don't know. They're just so pretty. All the dresses, all the like different time frames, just like steampunk and sailor, like just costumes and stuff. I love it. Mushrooms. I could always do without the mushrooms. I can do without the mushrooms. But everything else I love. I love that book page there with the kitty stretching on top. The tea page. The little pirate kitty. He almost looks like Puss in Boots, huh? Mm, yeah. Which I haven't even done a proper flip of this yet. It's coming up in the next few days, hopefully. Then Teresa Goodrich, of course. Afternoon tea. I collect teacups. I love tea. I drink tea. I make tea every day. I eat sweets with tea, you know. So this was one of the first coloring books I bought. And even my friends and I, whenever we get on Instagram calls and in color together, we call it tea parties. So one of these days I'm gonna do one of these pages in here. But when I first got this book, I was very intimidated. So, but I'm not anymore. I know how to do it. I've done another one of her pages, although did I finish it? I don't know if I finished the page. I'm gonna have to go back and look. It was in Enchanted Christmas. I like that one where they're reading. But I love these illustrations, and I also like the pages where you can practice a little bit. It's cute. They're just cute. Keep calm and drink tea. Absolutely. And my fuzzy socks. That is me. Yep, me too. Isn't that so pretty? So pretty. And then here's a few more, like, cutesy-ish. These cats just crack me up. And I don't... Looking for the bell of happiness. This is a Cosmic Moop one, right? Or no, that's the other one. But, like, let me see. There was one in here that I just thought was hilarious. Let's see if I can find it. It's like cats doing cat things, getting in trouble. I like this because I like the architecture and the flowers. There's that one where they're in the railway cart taking a nap, getting a bath, playing. I don't know, flower farm it looks like. I do like this book a lot, and I have a squirrel book. Look, he's on the turtle's back. We're out on the dock, waiting for the seagulls to drop a fish. Remember, this is another it's Japanese. Yep, Japanese book. So there's ocean nearby, and all the Japanese architecture. And then this one is pretty cool. Maybe it was in this. I like this one too. I like doing, like I said, the things that are like places and historical. The sheep and the leprechaun. This is Ireland, apparently. And Germany. Candy, pretzels. The romantic straub. I think that's the river. The romantic straub. And then Switzerland. There was a, like, you get the dolls. This is Holland, I think, right? Maybe. Maybe. Burgess. Is that Holland? Yeah. Or Amsterdam, right? Or you see them dancing across the page. I I don't know. I just love all of the artistry of all these different books. I love this page for Egypt. So I'm excited to do a couple of these different pages because I haven't seen these. I haven't seen these flipped anywhere or colored anywhere. Cats. Cats in Okinawa. Isn't that fun though? Like, it's just fun. And then this cat book. How can you resist a book with that cat on the front? This one is the Cosmic Mook. I am pretty sure this is the publishing company and the author. I think. But it's funny. They travel around. I think he's blowing in the mouth of the penguin. And this one is seasonal. This is the one that there's a library. There was a page in here I thought was really cute. They're over in the boat. Is this Istanbul? Oh, here it is. The mermaids. And they're over here in little floaties and stuff. That's just too cute. It's just too cute. They're pretty dressed. And they're like dressed up like little butlers and stuff. I love these. I love these books that have like a little sense of humor with the animals doing things. Like, I love Lulu Mayo's books. I hate the paper. And I mean, some of her pages, like look, okay. So I started this one. This is a Million Bears. I don't know what to do with this page. I'm at a loss. It's a toaster, guys. It's a toaster. I'm like, I got mad at it, and I'm gonna have to fix it. But they are going in as toast, as bread, with they're stuck in the bread, and I think they get toasted, and then they come out as bears. What? I don't. I don't get it. It's a toaster circus. I don't get it. But anyways, okay. Share what color you love to use on your pages. So teals, purples, pinks, red, bright colors. I mean, blues. I like all colors, but purple's my favorite color. Purple and blue, purple and pink, purple and red. So I like any of that. Oh, share what embellishments you love to use. Stickles, loose glitter, metallic watercolor. So I have my watercolors, and I got some out that I thought would you would be interested in. So, okay. So first of all, as a newbie watercolor person, You always want to kind of start out with something that's gonna be more opaque. Otherwise, you're gonna just get angry fast. So this is a Prima Confections watercolor, and this is the Odyssey palette, but it's got a nice variety of colors to use for coloring, and you can thin them out and make them less bright and opaque than that, obviously. But that's that there would be, this would be one that I would recommend for like if you're starting watercolors. And then if you like portraits or you want to have colors in watercolor that you can do portraits with, which I don't even think I have done. Oh yeah, I did. Um, then this is a nice palette for that. Okay. Yeah, and it's another confection, Prima Confections, and their art philosophy is where you would get those. A watercolor palette I think everybody should get because it's amazing and you will have so much fun with it. Is Christy Rice has a paint palette, and it's christyrice.com, or you can get it on Amazon. And you can see I love it. I use it. I mean, a lot of them are well used, and I've got 2 or 3 of these. What, like, I carry one in my watercolor little bag thing, and so I love these colors, and they mix well to make other colors, and having this fluorescent yellow is amazing. It does so much for you. But if you buy any palette at all, this one right here is the one to get. Christy Rice. Then I also like, as I grew more in my watercolors, because I did watercolor before I did coloring, adult coloring. Daniel Smith is some of the ones I like, and I fill my own whatever these things are called, quarter pans, half pans, quarter pans. Um, they also, Daniel Smith also does sticks, so they're like, you can just like wet a wet paintbrush and then dab on there, and then you'll get color off. Or you can scribble with this on a palette and then dab off what you want. But these are some different Daniel Smith colors. This is just the main colors. And then these are like specialty ones. These ones down here are ones made out of earth minerals. And yeah, earth minerals, I guess. That's the best way to put it. And then the metallic ones they have too. This color right here is one of my favorites. That purpley, what's it called? Iridescent ruby. And then what's this one? It's this one here. Is the other one that Redondite Genuine. I like those. And then this one. Yeah, quinacridone magenta. And then this one was quinacridone rose. But I love all of his colors. And then buff titanium. This one is one you'll want to get. Buff titanium. And then these are Daniel Smith colors. Did you see that? Kind of flipped it because, yeah. Then all my Kuretake colors. So I got my Kuretake Bonsai can be 48, I guess, or 36. I can, whatever this is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. 48. And I love these. That's the main 48 set, and then this is the Art Nouveau set, which actually I haven't even. I don't think I used this yet. Oh, I did a few. Yeah, that's right. But I love all these colors, and these are easier to use as well. But they are going to be more opaque than your regular watercolors like Daniel Smith. And then these ones are your graphite ones. So I use these a lot too whenever you want to do a dark, moody page. I would use these ones. They have the graphite in them. And then, and look, I buy old little kid watercolor tins and put them in. Because they come in those cardboard boxes that just fall apart. These are the Gansai Tambe granulating colors, and I love these. I use these a lot, and I actually did use this. I used mostly Aurora Pink. I used Aurora Red, decided it was a mistake, and then went back with Aurora Pink and Aurora Blue. Yeah, Aurora Blue, sorry, this one. And I, on a page in Spellbound Woodland Scenes, I got it on way too thick. But I love these colors, and I love them more for myself for watercolor of my own sketches, or something I'm doing, blue snow sketch, instead of just a coloring page. Then these are the starry colors, which are basically your golds. Ugh. And so that's those. Can't see very well, but I don't use these as much as I use my core golds. And I think that's just because that usually ends up being the one that I have out, is the core golds. And then I have also my ruby and or pearl and gem colors. Which are these colors here? So they don't all fall everywhere. So this is the colors. I love them. I love them. I would use these in my coloring book pages probably a lot more once I get going here. But usually by the time I'm using these, I have enough color on the page, so I haven't really used these much. I need to start with these. So that's goals. So that is my main watercolors that I thought you might be interested in. In Kuretake, Gansai Tambe colors are not that expensive. So if you're going to invest in a watercolor and you're new to it, new to watercolors, like I said, if you want opaque, real easy to use as paint, you get the Prima Confections, these ones, right? Or Art Philosophy. If you want opaque, also easy to use, but you have a lot of different variety here. There's a lot more different palettes. There's pastels and everything else, tropical, whatever. But you have the graphite, the granulating, all of these metallic ones, all that in the Inside Tampa Colors. And then this and Daniel Smith. I mean, Christy Rice. Like, if you can only afford one palette, get Christy Rice's palette. It'll serve you well. And okay, let's see. What's next? Share what hobbies you love other than coloring. Okay, so I kind of already shared my watercolor. All of my quilting stuff is kind of buried right now, but I did grab these because we made, whenever COVID hit, me and my friends, we made all these different masks. We got different material and made masks and um, basically made them for like $1 and then gave them out to people. And we also donated to, I can't remember what we did there, but we made masks and then donated to shelters or something too. What else did I get? Oh, reading, my hobbies. I used to hike a lot. I don't hike so much anymore because I can't. But I've recently, I mean, I read on my Kindle and I read a lot of fantasy, romantic fantasy. What is that? Fan rom. I don't know. And then I have just started graphic novels. So this is my first set of graphic novels that I'm reading, and I have a whole bunch on my Kindle that I'm reading. And then I have some of Camilla Derico's graphic novels, comics, graphic. I don't know. I guess would you call this a novel if it's a short? I don't know. Graphic comic. I don't know. And then I have anything fairy tales. I love. So I mean, I picked this up, and this is like Lucy Cavendish. Her and she works with Jasmine Beckett Griffith to illustrate. But there's all these different fairy tales and all the pictures. Like I love this stuff. I just sit and read it and look at the pictures all day long. And I love art books, and any artist that I really love, I try and get their art books as well, which Camilla has a lot of hers. She has them on her website, but you can also get them on Dark Horse, I think. Um, this is Angela Harding. She has a coloring book. It's just like all the different art. Yeah, I could just stare at this stuff all day. Graham Base. This is The Waterhole book, which actually is also a coloring book. Not this one, but there is a coloring book, which is I hopefully on the way to my house. These books are all going to be used now because these are older, but like look at this book, it's cool. It's an actual, if you haven't seen it, it's a watering hole. And you see the different levels of animals as the water goes down and back up or whatever on the savannah. I mean, this takes some like serious thought to do these kind of books. And he has a bunch of kids books. I'm gonna get them all because I love his artwork. And then here's one of Camilla Derico's Dappled Daydreams. This is one of her newer ones. Oh, I just love it. I love it. And Jasmine Beckett Smith, I have a couple of hers. This is Strangeling. And you can go to used bookstores as well and find these art books. People buy them as coffee table books and then they get sick of them and then they take them to wherever. I just put them back on the shelf and then get a different one out later. And then here's another Grim Base one. I think this one's Dragons. And I actually got this one because I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that there is a black and white version of this that I was hunting down. But it tells you all about the dragons, their names, where they're from. The Discovery of Dragons. And then, what's this one? Oh, Animalia by Graham Base. Monitoring mysterious messages. Like, it's just cute. Like, I like looking at all these pictures. I know. I'm a crazy person. And I love historical fiction and history in general. I like photographic art. This is Snowflakes by Kenneth Lebrecht. Look at that. Isn't that cool? And yes, I'm going to have 9 million books. First evaporated, then simply melted. Difference between evaporate and melt. I bought this one used because it's a really old book. We're taking notes. Just 27 seconds elapsed from left to right. From here to here. Cool. Isn't it neat though? Like, I could just sit and look at these all day long. And draw them. Snowflake on a piece of paper is my friend. Anywhere else? For real life? No, thank you. I mean, more power to them. Not near me. But there's a field guide, and then a little book of snowflakes, and then there's Winter's Secret Beauty. Is that what this one is? No, this is the art of. Yeah. So I have that, and then my quilts and stuff are all buried right now. I'm in the process of moving my sewing room back out into a room instead of being packed away. What other hobbies do I have? So many. I don't know. I collect Care Bears, which I'm sure you've heard me say. So they're all dusty right now and dirty. They're in a box right now because I don't have the space for them, but I have some out and some not. Here's another one that I have that I got. Nice, I have a bunch that I'm actually gonna give away because they're too big and I don't need them. And I don't have room for them. So I'm gonna either sell them or give them away. I haven't decided yet what I'm doing with those. And then I collect teacups And I used to love to cook, but now standing there isn't always the best for me, so I don't always do that as much. But I don't know. Legos, I do like the floral Legos. Um, I collect different art pieces from people, and I don't have very many framed right now. I have a few, but not very many. I do collect my Funko Pop Care Bears, and I'm probably gonna get the gem and the hologram ones because I mean I can't resist. I have strawberry shortcake and I have um, Ariel and Ursula, and I don't know. I think I'm like looking around trying to think of painting. I like to paint, acrylic paint, watercolor, obviously, drawing, sketching, just flipping my coloring books makes me happy. I like to hang outside with my dogs, just sit and relax, walk the yard, take them for a walk if I can. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. Uh, I would say I like to collect art supplies. However, the more I use stuff, the less I like to collect it, and the more I like to get it, see if I like it. If I don't, get rid of it. Because it's just taking up space on my shelf for something that I could really enjoy, like polychromos pencils, or you know. So if it's something that I don't particularly enjoy, I like to give it away. Hmm. Oh, and I buried them. So hold on, I gotta flip flop some things here so I can show you. Which I know if you've watched any of my videos, you have seen already my ink tracing books. Move these out of the way. Just move these over here. So put everything underneath here. Okay. Like like here. Anything that gives me inspiration for my coloring pages. If it's cheap and I can find some good pictures in it, I grab it up. So I just got this for a couple bucks. Alice in Wonderland. And then these are some of my ink tracing books. I really like these. And these ones that are white pages, you can trace the page and then color it later. And I haven't gotten many of these done recently now because I've had a lot of stuff going in on health wise that I just not been doing anything. So, but this brand, Silhouette Press, Trace and Escape, and there's like 3 or 4 different books. I like them. I only have the one, and I want to get the rest of them, but this one was the one I thought I would like the most, so I grabbed it up. And I do. I mean, I think I've done 3 or 4 pages in here. No, 3. And then I haven't done any in this one. I got this one out to do some pages during February, but I could not keep myself awake to do anything. So I didn't get many done of anything. I didn't get any of my tracing pages done. And I actually have my Erie tracing book. Where is it? Oh, it's on the shelf. That's right. This one is supposed to be a tracing book too, but it's more like a reverse coloring kind of one. So like you gotta do more work than these ones that just show you the lines, right? This one here, you need to do like the hatching and stuff to make all this white stuff lines. And then there's the color by lines, which I know Viva Tinta has one now. Like, look how that's the picture. That's the page. I do want to try one of these or 2 of these and see if I can do it, but it should be fun. I'm not gonna do any probably any detail shading or anything because I mean all this stuff is so tiny as it is, and these are obviously computer animated AI. And AI did this too, so it's just going to be harder to make the picture out of it. Like this one, if I do any, it might be do this one first because it doesn't look as difficult as some of the other ones. That one could be easier. A dragon. There's some cool ones. And then I did get this recently, reverse coloring flowers, and I got this one because of the cover and the back. These ones look like you could actually do it without it looking weird. Like make sense of your lines. So I'm gonna try some of these and see if I like it, see if I don't. I don't know. I love tracing, so I can't imagine why I would not like this unless it frustrates me. You know, you never know when something's gonna frustrate you. And then this one is a coloring book, cubism coloring book, which I want to get more into as well. Like, look at that. It's so cool. Which I know I've shown some of these before, but like that's a cool tree. That's a cool one to do. Like, what is that? Is that supposed to be a mouse? Is that supposed to be a bird? A bug? Hmm. This one's by Yola. Yola, right? Yola? Yolia. But yeah, I like this one. Okay. Share what you love most about coloring and our wonderful coloring community. I guess what I love most about the community is everybody, for the most part. There's always exceptions, but for the most part, everybody is so nice and really cares for one another and um, sticks up for one another. And I'm just happy to be part of a community that cares so much for each other that, we praise each other, we give each other advice, we talk through pages, or when we're stuck, we help each other, And you don't always get that in a lot of places. I don't know specifically. I think the art community in general might be a little different because I mean, just being brave enough to put your own art out there is scary enough. You don't need people ragging on you about it, right? And I think the coloring community definitely understands that. And I think the art community does as well. And I think I think that's one thing that the rest of the world could learn from the art community is how to really share in each other's good times and you know praise each other and show each other that you care by helping. And you know there's every day there's colorists and other artists and people on YouTube and getting happy mail from other colorists or other artists or friends and family or viewers because they care enough to help and provide what that other person needs to be able to keep doing what they love to do on their YouTube channel or Patreon or whatever. And I just think it's amazing to see, and it's something that I think as a whole we lack in our society, and it's nice to see it. It's nice to see it to the level that we do, because it is hidden a lot of places. And art. I don't have kids, so I don't know where art stands in school anymore. But when I was graduating or in my mid 20s, late 20s, or early 30s, art was, by the way, leaving school. Like, you didn't do art. You might have did art class in elementary school, but then you didn't really have art class until college, and that was if you took art. Um, so I'm so glad to see so many people are picking it up and really keeping it going, and I hope that our schools keep it alive as well. But that is the share the love tag, and I'm sorry, I think it was longer than 30 minutes. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, pretty much an hour and a half, I guess. But I will get this published and out for you, and definitely let me know if there's anything you want to see, if there's any details on any of these books that you want. Um, yeah, just let me know. Any comments are welcomed. Please subscribe if you are interested in anything you saw, and uh, I'll see you around the block. Thank you. Bye. Let's see if I can